Tell your friends and family to keep your fuzzy socks on. I want to ask you this question. Do you think these charts look like each other? This is PulseChain. This is Ethereum. We are all smoking that sweet, sweet Hopium and Copium. Will PulseChain repeat the ghost fractal of the Ethereum launch? I hope it does. And I pray it does. I don't know what the future holds. You don't either. I just want to go through some facts. So Pulse, it's around $650 million valuation, roughly around the zone around there, 6, 7, 800 million. When Ethereum was $1, it was only 60 million, all right? 60 million. So it was 1/10 of the size. But, you know, the crypto industry was much smaller as well. All we had was basically Bitcoin and like Litecoin and Monero. So is it fair play? It could be fair play. By the way, there's nothing enormous about this chart. This is just PulseChain. So if we do this chart, it means from about here today, we do about a 5x. I mean, that's a 5 to 10x. I mean, that's nothing. That brings Pulse up to like 3 to 6 billion valuation, which is absolutely nothing. That's not even close to expensive. But, you know, it would be nice if it continues. Remember, Ethereum went on to do 1,000x from this dollar point. Just to let you know, see this dollar point? Ethereum went up and to do 1,400x. Make sure you keep your fluffy slippers on, friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, press the belly button, and all. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to shock the algorithm. And so it's important just to think about what can happen in the future. You know, Ethereum started zipping up around month 6. PulseChain, we're around month 5. We're heading towards it. We're going to enter month 6. Do you think we're just going to start going bang, 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 upside down? Or do you think we're going to start doing that? We're going to need something. We're going to need a catalyst. Is even the Roca Negra ETF enough? We don't know. We know that we need more people joining. We need green candles to spark the interest, and that's what would start the snowball. Shout out to Jory. Jory, very lovely lady. Supporter of Hex and PulseChain, friend of the channel. Also, Sexy Diamond Crypto, like that username. Okay. All right, here we go. Sir, why aren't you following me? How do you even find my posts? Okay. Time changes numbers, my friend. Then was then, now is now. Inflation and changing of time. So basically, this doesn't mean much. Believe it or not, it does mean a bit. It gives you an insight as to how long it takes to rinse out weakness. And it's about 5 to 6 months to rinse it out. Ethereum, I think he hit like the low in like month 3, month 4-ish. And then it went sideways and then we computed up. Don't forget, things might balance out. We have more people in here. We have more liquidity rails, even though technically we're still delisted everywhere. Also, some interesting comments from Infomatech. Let's be bearish, not in the 6th month or even in the first years. Ethereum had a Vitalik presence all the time, had a brand new technology and a head start. Were attacked mainly by Bitcoin maxis and have no real competition. That is true, you know. Pulse, with Mr. Ricardo Corazon shadowing the community, the cryptosphere hating us to death precisely because of his bad reputation and bringing nothing new technologically speaking. Yes, don't forget, everything is not new. Everything's just a fork of something else. You know, when Ethereum was around, we call it new tech, but the Bitcoin maxis said that they just took Bitcoin's ID, gave it a pre-mine, and added some basic computer functions. So they all said there was a fork of them too. Everybody says that, right? Mr. Infantech, I don't see the light until long after Bitcoin's halvening, only when people have their fingers burned by ETH feast. You know, that might be the last resort, but the market is smarter than that. You know, as soon as ETH fees start to creep up, everyone's like, that's it, I'm not dealing with it anymore. You know, Pulse and Hex, only redeeming quality is the community, but don't forget, it is the quality. It's not like one quality. It is everything. It's like saying in stocks, the only good thing going for you is that your company is profitable. Well, yes, that is like saying, well, the only thing good about you is that your heart is still beating, your lungs still work, and your brain's active. You know, that is the all-encompassing truths about crypto communities. Sharing more comments from Omar. I was expecting Pulse to be under 200 million market cap. ETH had a lower market cap, but if Pulse wants to fly, it could market cap would matter. Look, when it comes to these, I know we always talk about market cap, but we have more people in. The exposure is higher. Yes, the gains on the upside are diminishing, but it doesn't mean things can't happen. We all saw PEPE did 340,000x. It went from nothing to 1.4 billion market cap, just to show you the power of what's possible. And this was a closer look on that Ethereum ICO, you know. The Ethereum ICO was 32 cents. It launched at 10x profit on the first day, dropped all the way down. And the ICO guys were still on side 30%. So obviously we are not anywhere near that. We got obliterated. And then it pumped to 31x its ICO price when it went up. Perhaps Pulse could do the similar in due time. So 31x from around the ICO. Do you think we're going to get 31x from our day one sack? Oh, that's a bit of a stretch. I mean, for the first wave, for the Bitcoin halving wave, that's quite a pump. That's a lot of money required to get in. I mean, at this point, I know everybody just wants just the confidence that we can move upwards instead of down. But don't forget, there are also bullish undertones going out there, friends. Don't forget, this is a chart. You got Bitcoin and you have China's 10-year yield. And as you can see, China's 10-year yield going up on P seems to correlate with the Bitcoin price. And it's crazy when you see how much of an impact the Asian market is going to have on crypto, because we're all used to Americana doing really well and having all the GDP, and they do, and it's fantastic, and I love it. And China's a bit of a black box, but it would be nice if they would start to pump us properly, because they're always iffy. And unfortunately, the average Chinese citizen, well, 90% of them are in property. So they're not really degens. I know deep down they want to be degens, but they need more access and we have to wait. That's why I made a joke here. There comes a point in the crypto cycle where you've just lost so much hope that you're now relying on the Chinese 10-year yields to pump us to the heavens. Let's go Chinese yields. And Joy Boy, I like that name, by the way. Have you seen what's going on with the Chinese housing market? I've got a feeling that China pumps ain't going to be available to help. I've got to remind you, the housing market in China is literally always 1 year away from crashing. Every single time. They always do a tumble, and then there's always stimulus, because 90% of them are in. It's totalitarian. They have every tool available. They control the media. They control the money printer. They just control everything. Great for directed attacks to solve a problem. Also, Mr. Joyboy, did you see China Evergrande file for bankruptcy? Yes, my friend, we covered every single minute of it. It's a load of poop. They go bankrupt, they pretend everything's a free market, and then they go plug up the hole and do some jizz-jazz in the backgrounds, and then we move on. I'm not too informed on China or what's common in their economy. This is just what I'm seeing on TikTok. Oh my gosh. So that is your mistake right there. TikTok people are there for your 15 seconds of attention. I'm actually here to make money and digest the news. Stay around and listen, my friend. And listen indeed, because recently we've saw Russel Brand has some weird allegations and assault charges. Just to let you know, there are some famous people out there. I remember that gentleman, Andrew Tate. So I've watched a few of their interviews and I've noticed a common story. They say they get messaged from ex-girlfriends from like 10 years ago. And the ex-girlfriends say, hey, just a heads up, some weird Men in Black CIA dudes are trying to pay me money to say that you were really abusive in the past. They're trying to pay me anything and try and make stuff up. And the girls that would contact them are obviously the loyal ex-girlfriends of them. So obviously, they're going to find one of the girls that he was hanging out with. She's like, yeah, I'll take like 2 Ethereum and I'll just throw your name through the dirt. So as soon as I knew that story, I knew that's probably what they're doing with him. Russel Brand, I'm not going to mention the topics he spoke about, friends, because it's going to flag too many things on YouTube at once. And of course, like Roca Negra, hello. He uncovered the deep state. Okay, he uncovered the deep state. He named the most powerful families. You know exactly who they are. He told the truth about military-industrial complex and the health dudes. Everything. All of them together. He just spammed them all. It's like, that's it. Like, you're going straight for the Hydra head here, and the Hydra wants to bite back. He also talked about Bill Gates, the devil reincarnate. Don't know what's happened with him. I thought he was just a nerd hanging around making CD-ROMs and developer stuff for computers. But now he's apparently trying to kill us all. What the hell happened? What timeline is this? He does wear a pen in his front pocket, by the way. I told you, friends. I told you. So the bug eater overlords trying to silence Russell. What they do is they strangle money. So before he's even been like thrown into court, they're already trying to sap him from his money, trying to strangle everything. This is going to come in the future. We will continue to use code words because you don't want to lose me, friends, because I'll tell you right now, as soon as I disappear for about 14 minutes, I turn around and you guys, oh, I just bought the top of this meme coin and it's down 98%. Go, yeah, so did I. But I told you it's a lottery. It was going to go down anyway. This is just a common theme. We have to stick together. We are outsiders. They're going to keep trying to take us down. The corrupt SEC, the Department of Injustice, they're always going to keep coming because they work for the bug eater overlords. JP Mosquito are not going to stop, friends. They are literally getting the printed currency and they're coming and spending it from the institution. It's a rigged system. But let's end on something super positive, you know. So this is a friendly reminder. Bitcoin was able to recover from this chart. Bitcoin cybernetic hornet's nest was able to resurrect. I just wanted to throw that chart out, friendly reminder. And where did I put the, you know, those green arrows? I put green arrows. I want you to imagine you bought Bitcoin at $1,000 and then 600 and then he got 480, you know, 400 and then even lower, 320. You feel and look like an idiot. Every single day, you would have been told on Twitter Roonies from your friends and family, you're an idiot. It's a scam, lost all your money, why'd you buy that Ponzi? And every single day, people would be saying, cope, it's never coming back, it's never coming back. Those people, they're smelly. Bears are smelly, poop in the woods, okay? They look for honey up trees, you can't turn your back on them, they have long claws, don't trust them. Don't worry. We were able to recover from the disastrous apocalypse. Don't stop believing. You understand now, Metcalfe's law. Yes, during the down times, people run away. Friends, there are people who are weak. Don't you watch the movies? In all the zombie movies, there's a dude who loses his mind. And there's a woman that you find out, she's the one, she ate all the food by herself and she's trying to run away with all the medication. Go watch all the movies. You always know there's people who betray, okay? But you don't know who's going to betray you until the tough gets going. Until it starts to get tough, the red candles come. You're like, oh my gosh, Jerry, I thought we were friends. You can't take all the guns and the bullets and run away with the tank. You see what I mean, friends? Who's going to take on these zombies? Jerry. So you got to make it through with just a knife. You probably got to go through the alleyway and find the gun store. We can always find a way around these problems, friends. Don't forget, there's always going to be, in a group of people, there's always going to be someone who's like a weak little dilly. You know what I mean? So it's always the same in markets too. When the candles go down, people are going to leave the ecosystem. But you're not playing for that. You're looking for the long-term trend. You're looking for, okay, yes, candles go down, they go down here. Okay. We're playing for that long-term trend. Okay. We've only got 420 million people worldwide crypto. We're still under 1 billion. All right. That's 600 million people who can come and call crypto home. And as well, who can come and call you my friend. Make sure you like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. I'm going to catch you next one.